Teya's here, and we're out with the SAR 9C Gen 3, which I loved. Teya was part of the original SAR 9C review, I think that was 3, maybe 4 years ago.
Pretty early on.
Yeah, true. So you've grown a lot as a shooter and experienced a whole lot since then. She's going to play with these side by side. We have our torso target out there at 20 yards to have something to shoot at, but she's got the same amount of ammo for each one to start. Just to get a feel, we're going to start with the old one and then move to the new one so she can comment on differences, preferences, etc. Coming up next on GB Gun.
I finally get to try the new SAR 9C
Gen 3.
Gen 3. And I'm impressed with how light it is. There's a noticeable weight comparison. The reason I'm starting this here is because both of these guns had their magazines in them, and I was doing a similar comparison. What I noticed once the mags are in, this became so well balanced, whereas this became really heavy. And even if I swap hands, because you know, right arm, left arm, I still notice that. This is a gun I feel I'm going to have to control. I don't remember shooting it. I'm pretty sure I reviewed it at one point, but I'm gonna shoot it again before that I shoot this one, just so I have a good memory point to go forward. All right, so Graham has very nicely loaded me 10 rounds into this magazine.
This is Sterling 115 grain, which is very soft ammo.
The trigger is it's got a significant amount of recoil, but I'm not feeling it in the palm, just okay. Let me shoot the other one.
And just prior to this, we shot a full-size gun, so of course these compacts are going to feel a little snappier and livelier. And
I'll say, even after doing a full review, this one is causing me a lot more muscle tension in my arm. Granted, I did do a pretty heavy workout last night. However, the previous gun didn't do that. This is, it is a heavy gun. I remember saying so when we reviewed it. I liked it. I was able to shoot it well, if I remember correctly, but it was heavy for me. So on to the Gen 3.
Which is wearing a Viridian target camera. Wearing a Viridian Optics RFX 15. It's a green dot.
I'll stop having fun and think about how this gun feels in my hand.
So you just jumped right into that.
Much more controllable. Much more controllable. The balance is absolutely noticeable. It's not as front heavy compared to the original. This almost needs the mag in it to make a full mag. Makes it feel like this one does from the get-go.
And they did indeed change slide weight and shaved most of that weight off of the front of the slide. So that would be where your nose rise and dip with recoil.
Yeah, much more controllable. And getting more comfortable shooting dots was more fun to shoot. I wasn't having to put as much effort into it. So just going top to bottom, I like this because it's lighter. I like this because it is able to take a dot. The visual improvements to me are exciting, and I like the grip texture. It is not sharp and grippy. It's almost tacky, if you
Yeah,
will.
like a rubbery grip.
Yeah, and I don't. This is similar, but you can tell it's aged. It's dated. I mean, it's 4 years old. It's expected. I really like this. I wish I hadn't been able to come to such a conclusion yet, because I kind of want to shoot it some more.
You can put some more rounds through it.
And this memory point here, I really appreciate when those are as noticeable as they have intentionally made this on this gun. I guess it's not really a memory point, it's a takedown points, but also I can see where that comes in very, very handy. Yeah, can I shoot it some more?
Yeah, let's reload some.
So I've just taken 5 more rounds. And Graham has mentioned something about the iron sights. I'm going to try and focus only on those, even though it's zeroed really well. Not paying attention to the dot. Oh, but I should probably pay attention to my grip. Yeah. I could use it with either sight system pretty comfortably. I don't notice the ball in the basket as much. I expected it to be more dramatic than it is, and it's not, which makes it a lot more effective than previous types like that.
One of the big differences that I noticed between the 2 generations was in the trigger. Did you feel a difference?
Oh, absolutely. The trigger in this gun is not for your faint of heart shooter. It's for somebody that knows how to just pull a trigger through. If you've got a new shooter who's already timid about making that first shot, they're all tensed up and things like that, this is going to make that anxiety escalate. It's not comforting from the get-go until that you've fired a couple of shots and get through it. So you're going to hesitate on your first shot. I guess that's a better way to say that. This is the kind of trigger that we're seeing more and more and more, and it just is so much fun to shoot. Like, super controllable, really well placed. I'm sold.
Yeah, I had a great time with it. Like, I was stoked. All right, that's Teya's take
I appreciate the opportunity.
on the SAR 9C Gen 3 as it compares and contrasts to the SAR 9C. Thanks for watching.